Hello everyone, welcome back to GK Today. This is Nuzhat Sana, and in today's video we will be discussing the most important current affairs for 8th and 9th of September 2024. These are some of the important keywords that we would be covering in today's session. For example, we'll see our Indian President Draupadi Murmu has inaugurated Vishwashanti-Buddha-Vihar at which place in Maharashtra. Then we'll talk about GSDP. Then we will see Poshan-Tracker, why it came into news. Then we'll talk about the Konyaks tribe. Then we will see Exercise-Tarang-Shakti. After that, we will see which athlete has created a record in Paris Paralympics. And at last, we'll talk about a Smart Cities mission. Okay, so these are the things that we will be discussing in today's session. Without taking any further time, let's get started. The very first question is, recently the President of India inaugurated the Vishwashanti-Buddha-Vihar in which district of Maharashtra? The correct answer is C option latter. President Draupadi Murmu has inaugurated the Vishwashanti-Buddha-Vihar in Udgir in the Latur district of Maharashtra. Okay, so she installed a statue of Gautam Buddha here inside the Vihar and paid tribute to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar by offering flowers at his statue. This event featured a traditional Buddha worship ceremony as well. Here, Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan and Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde along with other leaders attended the event. This Vihar is a replica of the Buddha Vihar that lies in Kalburgi in the state of Karnataka. It is spread over 15 hectares. Also, it has a meditation center for 1200 followers and its main entrance is inspired by the Sanchi Stupa. Okay? So, President of India Draupadi Murmu has inaugurated the Vishwashanti Buddha Vihar in the Latur district of Maharashtra. Okay. Now, if we talk about Gautam Buddha, which king converted to Buddhism after the Kalinga War and propagated the teachings in across Asia? This is very famous Emperor Ashoka. This is a question from your ancient history. Okay. The Sanchi Stupa which we are talking about is located in which Indian state? So Sanchi Stupa is located in Madhya Pradesh. And who commissioned the construction of the original Sanchi Stupa? So it was commissioned by Emperor Ashoka. Which dynasty was responsible for the construction of Great Stupa at Sanchi? Obviously Emperor Ashoka belonged to Maurya dynasty. Fine. Moving to next question. Which states have recorded the highest growth in real gross state domestic product in financial year 24? These states are D option Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan. All these states have recorded the highest growth in real gross state domestic product in financial year 24 among the 10 largest states. Telangana, which is the 9th largest state, grew at 9.2%, reaching to 7.9 lakh crore rupees. With this, Telangana has surpassed the national GDP growth as well, which is of 8.2%. If we talk about Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu is the 3rd largest state of India and it saw the growth of 8.2%, reaching to 15.7 lakh crore rupees. And if we talk about Rajasthan state, it is the 7th largest state and it grew by 8%. So what is this GSDP? Basically, it measures the total value of all goods and services that are produced within a state's boundaries in just 1 year, and it is very important for understanding a state's economic growth and development trends over the time. Okay, so Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan have recorded the highest growth in real gross state domestic product in financial year 24. Now, if we talk about Tamil Nadu, which ancient temple there in Tamil Nadu, which is also UNESCO World Heritage Site? It is the Brihadeshwar temple. Okay, and what is the highest peak in Tamil Nadu? It is the Doda Pita. Okay, now if we talk about Telangana, which historical site in Telangana is also known as City of Pearls? This is the Hyderabad city. And if we talk about Rajasthan state, which fort in Rajasthan is also known as the Golden Fort? It is the Jaisalmer Fort. And what traditional dance form is native to Rajasthan? It is the Ghumar dance. Okay, and which city in Rajasthan is famous for its blue painted house? It is the Jodhpur city. Talking about GSDP, you can be asked about its full form. So the full form is Gross State Domestic Product. And how is GSDP different from GDP? GSDP basically measures the state level economic output, while GDP measures the national economic output. Okay, GDP is measured on national level. And which state had the highest GSDP growth rate in financial year 24? This is the state Telangana. Okay. Moving to question number 3. Which ministry recently won the National Award for E-Governance 2024 for Poshan-Tracker initiative? The correct answer is B option, Ministry of Women and Child Development. It has won the National Award for E-Governance 2024 for the Poshan-Tracker initiative. And this Poshan-Tracker monitors the growth of children who are aged between 0 to 6 years using the real-time data and WHO growth charts so as to ensure proper nutrition. So Anganwadi workers examine the health of children and intervene when growth issues arise. For this purpose, advanced ICT tools and growth measuring devices are also used at Anganwadi centers for accurate monitoring. So this application improves child health outcomes, covering millions of children under Mission Poshan 2.0. Also, it manages the services for pregnant women, mothers and the children, digitizing the Anganwadi workers record. Okay, so Ministry of Women and Child Development has recently won the gold, means the National Award for E-Governance 2024 for their Poshan-Tracker initiative. Okay, talking about the World Health Organization, where does the headquarters lie? So it lies in Switzerland. And when was the WHO established? It was established in the year 1948. When was Ministry of Women and Child Development formed in India? So it was established in 2006. And which schemes aims to provide all-round support to the adolescent girls in India? It is the SAG, scheme for adolescent girls. Okay. Talking about the Anganwadi workers, when was the Anganwadi scheme launched in India? So this year was 1975, which is the largest program for early childhood care and education in India. It is the ICDS, means Integrated Child Development Services. And what is the primary role of Anganwadi workers? Primary role is to provide basic health care in the Indian villages. Fine. Moving to question number 4. Konyaks who were in the news recently are the largest tribes of which Indian state? The correct answer is A option, Nagaland. Why it came into news? Because the Konyak Union has asked the Nagaland government to fix the boundary error line between the Mon district in Nagaland and the Keradio district in the state of Assam on the Google Maps. Okay, so the Konyaks lived in the Mon district of Nagaland. Also, they live in some parts of Arunachal Pradesh. For example, the districts of Tirap and Changlang of Arunachal Pradesh. And the term Konyak translates to men with black hair. Okay, so they are divided into two groups basically. The first one is the Thendu group. Okay, and the Thendu means tattooed face, and the second one is Thento group, means white faces. So Konyaks are of mono gold origin, with 95% people following the Christianity. They speak the Konyak language from the Sino-Tibetan family, and they celebrate different festivals like Oling Monyu and Laon Ongmo. They are excellent in making the firearms, handicrafts, and their society is patriarchal. Okay, so Konyaks are the largest tribes of Nagaland state. Why they came into news? Because the Konyak Union has requested the Nagaland government to fix the boundary line error between the Mon district and Keradio district on the Google map. Okay, the questions you can be asked are, in which Indian states do the Konyaks primarily live? So they live in Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh states. And if you talk about Sino-Tibetan languages, what is the most widely spoken Sino-Tibetan language? It is the Mandarin Chinese language. Which branch of Sino-Tibetan family included the languages like Burmese and Tibetan? It is the Tibeto-Burman language. Fine. In which region this language family is primarily spoken? So they are spoken in East Asia, Southeast Asia, and in some parts of South Asia as well. Okay. Moving to the next question. Recently, where was the second phase of Exercise-Tarang-Shakti 24 held? Correct answer here is B option, Jodhpur. The second phase of Exercise-Tarang-Shakti was held at the Air Force Station in Jodhpur city, and it involved international participation including Australia, which contributed 3 EA-18G Growler aircrafts and 120 personnel. This exercise took place from 30th of August to 13th of September. Basic aim here is to strengthen the regional security cooperation. And some other participating nations are, for example, Greece, Sri Lanka, the UAE, Japan, Singapore, and the US. So this event highlighted the strategic importance of Jodhpur as a key location for military collaboration. Okay? The second phase of Exercise-Tarang-Shakti took place in Jodhpur, city of Rajasthan. Okay? Now here, since we have talked about EA-18G Growler aircraft from Australia, which company manufactures these type of aircraft? The correct answer is Boeing. Okay, And if we see some military exercises, what was the objective of RIMPAC exercise in 2018? So basic objective was to improve multinational interoperability. Okay, so its focus is on improving the interoperability among its participating nations, and it included complex maritime operations, disaster relief, and humanitarian missions. Okay, now which country hosts the Cobra Gold military exercise? This is the country Thailand. And which regional security pact was established in the year 1954 to resist communism? The correct answer is SEATO, means Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. It was signed in 1954. Basic aim was to prevent the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. Okay, and the founding members included USA, UK, France, Australia, New Zealand. Then there is Thailand, the Philippines, and Pakistan. Okay, moving to the next question. Which country recently signed a memorandum of understanding with India to enhance the bilateral cooperation in public sector auditing? The correct answer is A option, UAE. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India signed a memorandum of understanding with the UAE Accountability Authority to enhance the collaboration between the two countries in public sector auditing. Okay, who is our CAG, means Comptroller and Auditor General of India? This is Girish Chandra Murmu, means GC Murmu. He emphasized the shared values and strong ties between India and the UAE, and this MOU will create the opportunities for learning and cooperation. Okay, so this partnership focuses on knowledge exchange, capacity building, and the best practices in public sector auditing. UAE Accountability Authority President Humad Ubaid Khalifa highlighted the role of this MOU in improving the governance and accountability in both the nations. And this agreement strengthens audit cooperation, promoting transparency and efficiency in government operations. Okay, so UAE has signed this MOU with India to enhance the bilateral cooperation in public sector auditing. Now, what article of the Indian Constitution defines the duties and the powers of Comptroller and Auditor General of India? This is article number 148. Okay, which international organization hosts the international standards of supreme audit institutions? This is INTOSAI. Okay, what is the full form? The International Organization of Supreme Audit Institution. Okay, these are basically the guidelines for public sector auditing. And which country hosts the International Organization of Supreme Audit Institution? This is the country Austria. Okay, moving to the next question. Who became the first Indian archer to win gold medal at the 2024 Paris Paralympics? The correct answer is Harvinder Singh. Harvinder Singh won a historic gold medal in the men's individual recurve archery at the Paris Paralympics 2024. Okay, so this win marked India's 22nd number of medal in this event. He has defeated Lukas Zek in the finals, who is from the country Poland. His achievement adds to India's success in other Paralympic sports like shot put and club throw. This highlights India's increasing presence and the dominance in the Paralympic sport. Okay, so Harvinder Singh recently became the first Indian archer to win gold medal at the 2024 Paris Paralympics. Moving to the next question. Which state government recently approved 33% reservation to women in the police force and 5% additional allowance to the pensioners? Correct answer is C option, Rajasthan. Rajasthan government has approved 33% reservation for women in the police force. Also 5% additional allowance was approved for the pensioners who are aged between 70 to 75 years of group. Amendments were made to the Rajasthan Police Subordinate Services Rules 1989 and Rule 67 and 87 of Rajasthan Civil Services Pension Rules were also amended under the Central Pension Rule. So specially abled children, dependent parents and siblings can now be permanently added to the pension payment order, means PPO. Also gratuity and death gratuity for the state employees were increased from 20 lakh rupees to 25 lakh rupees. Fine. So these are the initiatives of Rajasthan state government. They have approved 33%, means 1/3 reservation to women in their police force. Further, they have added 5% additional allowance to pensioners. Okay. One question you can be asked is, who issues the pension payment order or PPO in India? This is the Central Pension Accounting Office. Okay, and what is the unique identifier which is used in the PPO for each retiree? This is the PPO number. Fine. Moving to question number 9. Smart Cities Mission, recently seen in the news, is an initiative of which ministry? Correct answer is B option, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Why it came into news? Because This ministry has recently announced that 90% of the Smart Cities mission projects have been completed till now, and the remaining 10% are delayed due to legal issues, department clearances and land acquisition, construction in hilly areas and resource inavailability in the smaller cities. So out of 100 smart cities, 17 cities have finished all of their projects and 34 cities have completed over 90%. So if we talk about a smart cities mission, it was launched in the year 2015, and basic aim here was to develop the cities with good infrastructure, a sustainable environment and better quality of life. Don't forget that it is a centrally sponsored scheme in which we have selected 100 cities through a 2-stage competition. Okay, so smart cities mission is an initiative of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. If we talk about this smart cities mission, when was this mission launched? So it was launched in 2015. Which organization sponsored the mission? Answer is, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. And how many cities were initially targeted in this mission? Answer is 100 cities. Okay. Now, which Indian ministry is responsible for urban planning and development? It is the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. What initiative is aimed at improving the urban amenities in India? This is the Smart Cities mission. Okay. Now, if we talk about sustainable environment, what does the concept of sustainable development aim to balance? So, basic aim is economic growth, environmental health and social well-being. Which international agreement seeks a global response to climate change? It is the Paris Agreement. And which energy source is considered sustainable? It is the solar energy. Okay. Moving to the last question. Recently, where was the first Joint Commanders Conference held? The correct answer is B option, Lucknow. The first Joint Commanders Conference held in Lucknow with the theme Sashakt and Surakshit Bharat, Transforming the Armed Forces. So basic focus is on preparing India's military for the changing operational environment. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan and the Chiefs of Army, Navy and Air Force are leading the event. General Chauhan reviewed the security situation and stressed the importance of jointness and future integration for modern warfare. Okay. So what was the venue for the first Joint Commanders Conference? Answer is Lucknow. Okay. Now you can be asked that who was the first Chief of Defence Staff of India? So this was General Bipin Rawat. Okay. He was appointed as India's first Chief of Defence Staff in the year 2020, and he held the rank of a 4-star general. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs for today. And now we are moving to our revision session, in which on the daily basis we cover 3 topics. And today our topics are, the first one would be science and technology related current affairs, the second would be summits and conferences, and the third would be international current affairs. So first of all, let's move to science and technology related current affairs. Recently, a Switzerland-based Hyperloop company signed a memorandum of understanding with which IIT to develop Hyperloop systems in India. This is IT Madras. Tinzaparin drug is used to treat which disease? It is used for blood clots. Recently, Indian scientists have developed an open source tool to generate an infrared star catalogue for which telescope? This is 30-meter telescope. Recently, which organization has released the norms, guidelines and procedures for the implementation of Indian Space Policy 2023? This is InSpace, means Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Okay. The next is, recently ISRO successfully conducted the reusable landing vehicle LEX-02 landing experiment. What is the name of RLV? This is Pushpak. Then next is Australopithecus halaneshi, that was found in the Ross Sea near Antarctica recently, is a species of, it is a sea spider species. Typhoon weapon system, which was seen in the news, developed by which country? It was developed by USA. Okay. Now our second topic is summits and conferences. In this we will see the venue of important summits and conferences. Recently, which country hosted the third Voice of Global South Summit? It was hosted by India. Where was the 84th All India Presiding Officers Conference held? Venue was Mumbai. Recently, where was the Critical Minerals Summit 2024 held? Answer is New Delhi. Recently, where was the US-led Indo-Pacific Economic Framework Ministerial meeting held? This meeting took place in Singapore. Global Summit on Extreme Heat recently hosted by which 2 organizations? It was hosted by USAID and Red Cross. Recently, where was the first Command and Control Compatibility Board meeting for 2024 between India and US held? Answer is New Delhi. The first ever Maharashtra's MSME Defense Expo is recently hosted in which city? Answer is Pune. Okay. Now our third topic is international current affairs. Let's see some important countries that were in news in the previous days. Recently, which country aims to produce 1 to 5 lakh tons of hydrogen per year by 2030? This is the country Vietnam. Arun 3 hydroelectric project is associated with which country? This is a project of Nepal. Recently, which country has banned the entry of visitors with Israeli passport? This is the country Maldives. Which country has recently rejected nearly 1/3 of Indian spice-related shipments due to salmonella contamination? This is the country US. Recently, Gitanas Nausėda has been elected as the president of which country? Correct answer is Lithuania. Who is the new president of Argentina that recently announced stern economic measures like 50% devaluation of the Argentine peso? This is Javier Milei. Recently, which country has signed an $18 million memorandum of understanding with the ISRO's commercial arm, New Space India Limited? This country is Australia. Okay. So with this, we have completed our today's session, and at last I would like to give you some homework related to art and culture current affairs. These are 7 questions. Please read each of the questions carefully and try to answer them in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. And before concluding, let me tell you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. So if you want the PDF of the lecture, you can subscribe to that course by paying a very nominal fees, okay? So now we'll be meeting tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zatsana signing off.